So today I have to build a piping system for the Foster mechanical lubricator. These are the various parts which will be used, and I show you a bit how I prepare these on a lathe and on a drill stand. And I have also a clock, a new clock in the room. It is a German Kuckucksuhr, and it's a bit a new design, and I don't like birds sitting in a cave or in a after a fence, behind a fence. So these birds are happy, they are free. So this is a drilling of a brass rod, which I open with 5 mm. It is 10 mm, and I built now a chamber, the chamber for oil, which is sitting between the mechanic of the steam pump southward. From this chamber, finally, there will go tubes to the various parts of the mechanical construction. Why I built a tube here, special tube or oil chamber, I will show in a special drawing, and to explain why it's necessary to have something like a chamber system, shown later. But here I just show you one time now the mechanic behind the building phase. Open now these. Now I cut the thread into one side to make it replaceable in case of a possible clotting of the tube. You can then open it and clean it. So I need a thread of about 5 mm. So it should be fine now. Now we cut a thread So here are the two pieces I made. It has a 3 mm or 2 mm hole in it. And this is a big one. This is a reservoir which is under in the machine between the mechanics, and you can screw them together. So the oil will go in here, will be in the reservoir here, and then will be distributed via the various pipes. And this here will be connected via some links finally to the steam pump, a mechanical lubricator. So here you see the assembled different parts which I built on the lathe and with a drill stand. These small parts here, they are 5 mm brass bars. They have a 2 mm hole inside so that the oil can flow from the lubricator via this way back in this container. From this container we will have then finally these various copper pipes, and I built this container in a way that has more space inside. It's a 5 mm room on the length of 12-13 centimeters, and this will fill then after pumping with oil. And the advantages have such a large container is that the pressure will go down if the pumped oil reach this region here. The consequence is that with lower pressure in this area, all the various pipes will be equally filled with oil. If you have a high pressure area, the oil will escape right away at the first tube here at the beginning, and because it's quite viscous, and if it goes for a longer distance, the pressure will drop. So you have an excess of oil in these pipes and less oil in the pipes at the end. Building a small container, so a wider area where the pressure drops anyhow, all these fine tubes will be filled with oil equally, more or less. That was my trick, which I thought could help. I show you, this is screw part here, and what I also built at the end, I made this plug with a pattern which I pressed into the brass. And why I had done this is I wanted to have access to this area in case some clotting will occur during the usage of this oil supply. So I drilled, I made this cap. You can screw it to it, and then you can also screw it to this area. So you can replace it and clean it and put it back afterwards after usage. Of course, with all the soldered pipes at the end. I show later how I drill holes in it, and I add then these tubes. This is all for now, and thank you for your attention.